even American, right? I think that's pretty obvious. As one might say, I come from a land down under. She said the thing! But I've woken up, ready to defend America like I was born and raised there, from these annoying ass Europeans acting like a bunch of pick-me's, because they're purposely walking towards the candy and potato chip aisles of Walmart when they visit America, and then acting shocked when they see the potato chips and the candies in those aisles that they walk to. Things in an American grocery store that sent me into a coma as a European. Oh my god, why is everything so big? Oh, I don't know, Stacey, I wonder why. Maybe it's because you're specifically taking a picture of a family-sized bag that was designed for an entire family to share. I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking that's why it might be a big bag. This is gonna be a crazy revelation to you, but if you don't wanna buy it, you don't have to. Simple as that. Nobody's making you buy anything. You're standing there acting like if you don't just glance your eyes to the side slightly, you won't see a regular sized bag of chips. Because America has both sizes, just like everywhere else in the world. Get your shoes on, everyone. We're going to the grocery store. Come on, let's go. Oh, what's this? Oh, what's the... What? Party size. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh. It's almost like humans have big families. So we need family-sized things for big families. It's almost like humans have parties. It's almost like big portions aren't exclusively American. Then they walk to another section of the store and say, oh my god, there's just so much soda. Oh my god, you're just being purposely stupid at this point. You are in the soda aisle. It's pretty obvious what you're gonna discover when you're in an aisle that displays soda. Like, what the hell are you expecting? A palm tree? Or...
Randall, there is a cow outside.
There's a cow farm. You're gonna find cows outside.
Wow. It's almost as if Australia doesn't have an abundance of soft drink as well. Look at this. We have a whole aisle. I'm someone who doesn't like this stuff. So you know what I do? I just don't come down here. Easy. I just don't buy the stuff. Which are two options you have the choice to do. Not come down here and not buy it. So just leave. And go somewhere else.
I've never seen fruit this big. Do they even eat fruit? Well, clearly they do, considering it's an option available for them to purchase. If they didn't buy it and they didn't consume it, supermarkets wouldn't sell it.
You hate on them for not having healthy options, but then you hate on the healthy options that they do have. It doesn't add up.
But you're picturing what looks like to be an orange, right? Our oranges are also big. Because oranges aren't supposed to be a small fruit. Have you ever seen an orange? Or is everything in Europe just so tiny and small and dainty? Then they have the audacity to be in the candy section and say, oh, so unhealthy. You're in the candy section. What else do you think you're gonna find there? Spinach? A banana? Of course it's unhealthy. Not a single soul in the United States is thinking otherwise. But also, why are you acting as if candy just doesn't exist in Europe? Why are you acting like you literally come from Winterhold in Skyrim? Just this desolate, bleak location with nothing available to eat except cabbage soup and mead. You have candy just like everyone else, bro. You're not special. They have sections for bread. What the fuck?
BFFR. What did that spell? B fucking for real.
Rein it in. Rein it in. Just like people have a preference in music, people also have a preference in food. So in what world is is having a bread section with a variety of bread in any way, shape or form abnormal.
We too in Australia have a section for bread.
Do you want to know why we have entire sections for bread?
Because some people actually have a gluten intolerance and they need the gluten-free options. Some people would prefer multi-grain bread, while some people just want the classic white option. Or you might even want a loaf of raisin toast.
You want to know why there are entire bread sections? Because everybody has different wants and needs, especially in regards to health.
What year do you live in with your prehistoric ass? 2000 BC or something? Like, why do they need cake mixes? Can they not make cake? Yeah, you're an idiot. I don't care if that's harsh. Not only is cake mix a staple in literally every single grocery store in history, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out why it's on the shelves to begin with. It's great for young kids who are learning to cook independently. It's great for when you want to make a special cake for a family member's birthday, but because you've just come home from a 9-hour shift at work, you don't have the time to make a cake from scratch. It's great for when you don't have a whole lot of money and can't afford to buy all of these separate ingredients. So the only thing that you can afford is the cake mix. But also, scratch all that. You don't need an excuse to buy cake mix to begin with, because there's nothing wrong with it. We don't live in medieval times anymore, babe. You can move on. You can catch up with the rest of us. Things that are called healthy, but aren't even. Wow. It's almost like if you zoom in on the box, it says it's not a low-calorie food. Right there in broad daylight. It doesn't hide it. Where did it even say it was healthy? Can you point it out to me? What, you just saw the word fruit and just assumed that it was healthy? Wow, for a European, that sounds pretty stereotypically American, don't you think? Why so much ramen? I would understand if it were authentic, but these aren't. Okay, what difference would it make if it were authentic? There would still be a large amount of ramen. So why wouldn't it be the same? Why are you picking and choosing? But secondly, there's so much of it because of variety. I hate spicy food, so I wouldn't buy spicy noodles. I would just buy the regular chicken noodles. But someone like my younger brother, who really enjoys spicy food, would rather buy a bowl of the spicy noodles rather than a bowl of the regular chicken noodles. It's not rocket science. He likes something I don't. I like something that he doesn't. So that's why there's options.
Oh, and we literally have the exact same amount of noodles to buy, by the way.
Why treat yogurt like it's ice cream? Why are you hating on a silly little treat? How miserable does your existence have to be if you're hating on people who just want to have a couple M&Ms in their yogurt? And don't pretend like that's the only yogurts that Americans sell. You can still buy just plain yogurt with no additives. Just look to the side a little bit and you'll see it.
You had a depressing ass childhood if this wasn't a staple. Come on now.
Now we're moving on to a British person's first time in a Walmart. And it's just as insufferable as you're expecting. Anyone buying pickles in a jar is a psychopath.
Y'all aren't even from the medieval ages anymore. You were literally born yesterday. Just popped out of the womb 24 hours ago. If you're freaking out over a jar of pickles, bro.
And you want to know what the real kicker is? The French, who are also European, introduced jarred food to the world. So why are y'all blaming Americans for having something on their shelves that you guys created? And on top of that, you have to make pickles in a jar. They can't just be picked out of the ground like any other vegetable and be placed in the fresh produce section. Oh my god, y'all don't have a brain and it's crazy. But answer me quickly, what else do you want to pickle them in? Are they called scones or biscuits? Well, welcome to planet Earth. This your first time? Yeah, so usually when you travel to an international country, their culture culture is completely different from yours. That's so crazy, am I right? This is the first healthy thing I've seen. Again, as a European, it's pretty stereotypically American of you to look at a box with a picture of fruit on it and just assume it's healthy. Don't you think? But also, somebody in the comment section of this video made a really great point. This is the first healthy thing I've seen. You're acting like you don't see the produce section right when you walk in. Because that's just the goddamn truth. In every single grocery store I've ever been to in my almost 20 years of life, the fruit and vegetables are always the very first thing that you see on display as you walk in. So shut up, you know you're lying. Things in American stores that would shock someone from the UK. Eggs in the fridge. Australians, we also keep our eggs in the fridge. It's not just Americans, you know. It's literally recommended that they're stored in the fridge to maintain a consistent temperature. So they're not exactly doing anything wrong. Sour Patch Kids popcorn? Yes. Gimmick food exists. Why? Because it's fun. Are people eating this every single day? Probably not. But also, Australia literally had Donut King cinnamon donut flavored chips. We can't say anything about what America produces when we have stuff like that.
Weird things in American stores as a European.
It wasn't designed to be consumed in a sitting. It's made to last so that you don't need to buy ice cream for a long time. But also, have you considered that maybe, just maybe, these were created for catering purposes? Like, oh, I don't know, a local fair or a restaurant in the middle of town that serves dessert? Straight in the oven and it's ready. Convenient? Yes. Healthy? Not so much. Are you an alien who's invaded Earth? Is this your first time visiting? Why is this shocking you? Nobody thinks that a cinnamon bun is healthy. It's not being marketed as healthy. So where are you getting that from? Do you want to put effort into making croissants from scratch? Nobody's stopping you. So go on then, Gordon Ramsay. Make me a pastry. Oh, you don't know how? Because it's an incredibly difficult and time-consuming skill that takes years to master? Yeah, that's what I thought. An Italian visits Walmart for the first time. Flavoring for water? What kind of outer space technology is this?
Yes, flavouring for water does exist, you Victorian era child. It's called cordial. Look at that. Look at how much you can get.
But I thought you would have known that flavouring for water exists, considering that cordial literally has European origins. Now, buckle up everybody, because this next one is incredibly dumb. Things in American grocery stores that confuse me as a European. Why are there clothes in a grocery store? Because you're in Costco, babe! You can buy pretty much anything you want at a Costco because it's not exclusively a shop for food. It's a warehouse that sells general merchandise to the public. Then they show a picture of cakes and call them fatties. These are designed to be consumed by multiple people, you idiot. I've been invited to a co-worker's party. Oh, okay, cool. On the way to work, I'll pick up a cake for everybody in the office to have a slice of. Nobody is eating that to themselves. Why is your fruit so bright? Is it artificially flavored? I don't know about you guys, but that looks pretty regular to me. Y'all complain that they supposedly don't eat fruit and vegetables, and then you complain about the fruits and vegetables they have provided to them. That makes sense, because if you won't eat it, why do you expect them to? It's hard to see, but an entire crate of goldfish? Foo! You're not even a pick-me anymore. You're just genuinely brain dead. That entire crate isn't for sale. It's up there, out of reach from the general public, for the company's sake. You know, for a future restock of the product when they eventually sell out? Healthy. Ain't no one said that was healthy. It just says better. If you have such a problem with eating a granola bar, then what the hell are you eating every day? Honestly, I want to know. Seriously? What? What do you have a problem with now, my highness? First it's pickles in a jar, now it's peaches in a jar. What is so wrong with a practice that humans have been doing for centuries now? Oh, an entire bouquet? I swear, y'all find anything to complain about. I think I know why some of these Europeans on TikTok are so goddamn miserable. Because your partners are only gifting you half of the bouquet and then throwing the other half away, letting it go to waste. That's why you guys are so jealous of the full bouquets. I get it now. Maybe don't sell drugs in a grocery store? Oh, so you've never even been in a grocery store either, have you?
Because I can literally buy painkillers at Woolworths.
Have you ever been outside? Silly question. Of course you haven't. But also, it's not even medicine or painkillers or drugs, as you want to call them. It's krill oil and omega-3 tablets. You're looking at multivitamins. What is the issue? Violently American things I found at the grocery store. 24 packs of soda. Violently American? Well, would you look at that? Australians have actually one-upped America because we sell 30 can packs of soda, not just 24. So what the hell is American about this? Syrup for your gallon of ice cream. So we're just gonna pretend syrup for ice cream and milkshakes is exclusively American? Is that what we're really gonna do? This is not violently American. You just never leave your house and you're admitting that to the entire world. And the sauce? There was more. There's sauce because it adds flavor to food. And people like flavor. They also have flavors they like and dislike, which is why there's so much sauce. Different products are made for different palates. How crazy is that? But I swear, these Europeans are so hypocritical because they complain about family-sized bags of chips, but in the same breath, they complain that there are small, individual, snack, single-serving sized bags of chips as well. You're complaining just to complain. You're being a hater just to be a hater. And y'all aren't even complaining about the food anymore because you're also whining about how they dress up to go to the grocery store. Why are you dressing up like you're going to a nightclub just to get a loaf of bread? You think people who've been at work all day want to come home to find out that they're missing an ingredient for a recipe they really want to make for dinner are gonna want to put heels on and quickly style their hair and put some blush on just to go get a pack of chicken? Get over yourself! Anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video here, but can we use our brains when we go to a different country and recognize that their culture is different from yours? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Mwah! I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys!